Boo. We are back. Back again with a vengeance. Gonna make sure that... Yeah, seems like the audio is pretty good. Man, it has been a while, and I'm actually glad to be back. A lot of things have changed. And first and foremost, what you might notice is I changed the entire layout. I need to figure out where I need to stand nowadays. But I changed the layout of how everything looks. I'm gonna have the chat over there. So that's pretty nice and cool. The secondary camera, I wasn't kind of liking how it looked, so I put it here now so you can have a little closer view at what I'm doing. It's very delayed, which I don't know how to fix yet, at least. We'll see at some point, maybe. And yeah, in general, I just thought that this top banner would look a lot better over there. Clear up a lot of the clutter. There was a lot of unnecessary things out there, so clean stuff up. Hey, Dread, thank you very much. Yeah, to be very honest with you, I think the previous layout looked, well, it looked like the first kind of Twitch streaming layout that somebody would make after looking up tutorials on how to make Twitch streaming layout, which is what I did. I didn't like it. Didn't really fit. This is a lot cleaner, a lot nicer, but yeah, I'm digging it. Anywho, so in about 45 minutes, we're gonna be watching the premiere of the Cyan Kicks Hurricane guitar build video, the premiere for it on the YouTube channel. We're gonna be watching that live as it goes up. Really excited to have that out. And yeah, that was another reason of why I was kind of off social media, properly posting things and properly doing things for a little bit there, because I wasn't allowed to say anything about it or show it off or anything like that. I had to keep it very, very much under the wraps, and it is a huge, huge thing that I am very happy to be a part of and finally talk about more. But for now, we are going to be fixing up this lovely, lovely Hagström Deuce-F, which was salvaged basically from the scrap. And it has a, now I can use that secondary camera to my advantage. It has a crack right along there, if you can see that. So I'm gonna fix that. The only way to really fix that is put glue in between, which means first I need to open that joint up a little bit more, splurt some glue in there, and then close it back up. Would be nice if the fretboard was actually a wooden fretboard, but it's a phenolic, I think, a phenolic fretboard on it. And you can actually hear it. So that means that really the only glue I can use is super glue. And for that, I need to be very careful that I don't really splurt it all over the place, because that would be kind of, well, not cool. But yeah, this was salvaged from being tossed away, which would have been a real shame because it is a lovely, lovely guitar. Yeah, the plastic acrylic fretboard. Yep, that's the one. Other things that need to happen once I have actually gotten that. Ooh, that is very interesting. I'm gonna show you a close-up of this. That looks, I haven't seen stuff like this before. Look at that. That is a very interesting method of putting the strings in, or an option for a tailpiece. Pretty cool. I kind of dig it. But yeah, the other things that I need to take care of on this guitar as well are the fret ends, which are incredibly pokey and sharp. I need to get those feeling nice. And then just a general cleanup, setup, action, stuff like that. But hey, how is everyone doing? It's been a while since I was online, and it has been a very long time since I've actually streamed. It feels so refreshing to be back. I can't say for certain that I'll be doing this regularly yet, but I'm hoping to get back to a sort of regular routine of doing things as I had done in the past. I know there's some, I'm all right, busy with work, hope you've been well. Yeah, I'm doing better now. There was, I don't know, I know there's some Twitch viewers of mine who don't follow my YouTube and vice versa. So essentially, if you haven't seen me talking about the previous year, I pretty much got to the point of near burnout with everything. So I took time off social media and really just took time to recover, recuperate, and then work on the Cyan Kicks guitar. And I've only now, at the start of the year, gotten my energy back to the state where I can make videos again and content, stream, work on stuff a bit more, and in general have a peace of mind, which I didn't really have. The stream day where I tried to finish 4 guitars during the same day and everything leading up to that, it just kind of, it utterly annihilated me in every way. So I've taken that as my sort of grain of salt and hoping to not repeat that mistake again, because as much fun as it was, it did wear me out a lot. Mental health is important. Good for you. Yeah. It's one of those things that I keep on talking about to everybody else, but haven't, done myself all that well. It's more a matter of do as I say, not as I do, but I'm hoping to kind of learn from my own mistakes now. Stopping by after seeing your comment on Matt Heavy's stream. If this is a common theme of your channel, then this channel I never knew I needed. Well, thank you, Decomp. Yeah, I'm just getting back into things now, and in general, the sort of stuff that I'll be doing here is building guitars or doing maintenance work and stuff like that, and taking in viewer questions and answering questions about guitars and guitar building in general. There's going to be a lot more of this now coming up, so I'm happy to have you here. Thank you very much. Speaking of the Cyan Kicks guitars, there is another one for Neela, the guitarist of the band. So he has commissioned a 7-string dataless ash body, Carillion birch veneer top. The neck and fretboard are getting glued together right there. I'm gonna take that out of the clamps pretty soon. But it is a 7-string. It will have an Evertune, it'll have Fishmans, and all that fun jazz. Thank you, Dread. You're hyping up the content that has been missing for a while now, but yeah, I'll try to get things back on track. Anywho, I need a clamp, and unfortunately at home I only have the clamps that I'm
currently using. So, speaking of the neck that was clamped up, it is pretty special. Not the neck materials maybe per se, but there's special things about it. First off, you might notice the little tail hanging off the end. That is fiber optic cable. So instead of doing LED side dots and stuff like that, which I did for the 5-string bass, fretless bass, this instead has an LED unit in the control cavity and fiber optic cables running through the neck, which will then light up the side of the fretboard and the 12th fret inlay, which I'm going to show you very, very soon. I'm getting ready to do an overhaul on my primary guitar, so maybe I can learn a few things before I dive into that project. Hey, that is really cool to hear. So essentially, if you have any questions about anything to do with that, do not hesitate to come over here and ask away. I am happy to help in any way I can, and we'll get that complete overhaul for your guitar looking sharp as hell. All right, so the neck for Niila's guitar looks like yeah. It is a maple and walnut 5-piece neck. You know, fairly standard, right? Ebony fretboard with ebony binding. It has the, I wonder if I can get that to show. So, I'll show the inlay first. So, there's the Fox mask inlay, mother of pearl, resin for the eyes. And now let's see if I can get this to function. Let's see, which one would be a good one. They're currently not trimmed down at all, but here. Can you make that out? Hold on. There. So that is gonna be a lot of fun. And I do have the eyes as well lighting up on this. So that is for that guitar. Gonna leave it there. All right, and back to the mission at hand, so to speak. Just need one of these. About how much are you commissioning that bad boy for, if you can disclose that info? Not gonna disclose that info just yet, as it is currently still in the works. I can talk about it later, but let's just say that something similar. I've learned a lot doing this because, like the fiber optic stuff, that was the first time I was doing it. I do not know why I insisted on buying 2mm fiber optic cable, which is rather thick. And while yes, it does bend, I learned that super glue makes it very brittle, unfortunately, but hopefully I got it to work. I could have ordered the same stuff at 0.5mm, which is much easier to handle. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for future stuff if I need to do something like that in the future. But let's say something similar to this build, Evertune, Fluence, all the fancy stuff, around the 3K mark for a normal client customer. I'd say something like that. And that's in euros. I'm thinking the most intimidated by the tuning machines. Going from Grover to Hipshot, I really don't want to run Hipshot's universal mounting plate, but drilling new holes in the headstock has me a little intimidated. Actually, a lot, it's not as scary as you think when it boils down to it. I have a good few videos on where I've done that, but I can run you through the step-by-step when you get closer to that time. It's just a matter of lining everything up so that they're, you know, there. Matter of lining things up so that they're going perpendicular with the neck. And then tightening them up from the front and drilling in with probably, I wonder, 1.5 mil drill bit would be pretty good, I think. And then when you're putting in the new screws, put in a little bit of candle wax around the screw tip and then screw it in, because you're much less prone to actually breaking the screw in the headstock, which would be a nightmare. If you have visible holes still left over from the old tuners, you can just fill those up or then leave them be, depending on how much work you want to put into it. But it's not as scary as it seems. I understand though why you think it is, but just take it step by step and little by little, patiently, don't rush into things and you'll be just fine. I've done a lot of talking and very little work. Oh man. You want to talk about scary things? It's having a broken neck and then, you know, opening it further. That is terrifying. I'm gonna show you a bit closer. But essentially the only way for me to get glue in there is for me to open that up a little bit more. So wish me luck with that. Yeah, all right. All right, okay. Wonder if I can get this low enough. All right, well, we shall try it out. Where did I put the glue now? There. I love the electric table. It makes my life so much easier. Don't want to drop in too much glue because then it'll just splurt all over the place. I'm trying to make it sure that I'm getting it all the way down the crevice. It sounds horrible, but okay. Cool. Now to clamp that up. Looks like we got it. Gonna be a little bit of cleanup to do once it's all set, but that was to be expected. I'm just gonna do that with the scalpel. Don't want to apply too much pressure so I don't get any additional cracks, but by the looks of it, I think that has worked. Awesome. Lift this up again. I need to keep a timeout. I need to keep a timeout. I need to keep an eye out on the time, is what I was supposed to say. Because at 6, so in about 30 minutes, we are going to go and watch the build video. All right, so now I really want to tackle those fret ends, because they are real bad, gnarly, I would say. What would be the best way of doing that? Because they're protruding quite a bit. I don't know if I'd go with the leveling beam. Or I wish I could have you make me a guitar, but I can't afford you. Yeah, I mean, let's put it this way. For the longest amount of time, I took every job that I could get. And I took a lot of deals that really, honestly, I appreciate the experience that it gave me, but just were not worth it. And I did for next to nothing, or ended up on the minus side. All well and good for me to kind of like learn the ins and outs of how to make guitars and how to do business in general, but not a good rule of thumb when you're ending up with minus rather than on the upside. But I don't regret almost any of them. But yeah, it took me a very, very long time to be comfortable in saying that this is how much my services will cost, and that be it. If a client wouldn't want to go for that amount of money, then I understand. I completely do understand. But I can't put that price any lower, because at that point I will not be gaining anything from it. I'm not talking about financially, but I just won't be moving myself forward. So learning to price my own work has been a very big thing that took a very long time for me to actually learn to do. But yes, I completely understand where you're coming from. So don't worry about it. Maybe down the line. And honestly, I already have B stock and I have prototypes. The prototypes I can't really sell off because, well, they're prototypes and they're not meant as products. And then there's the B stock, which unfortunately has a couple of things with it that make it a B stock. So of course that is a little bit, you know, easier on the wallet, so to speak, than a full-on custom build. And again, just normal stock instruments that I build, they might be a little bit, I don't want to say cheaper, because that sounds like a cheap word, but they might be a little, like I said, easier on the wallet than full-on custom builds. I will definitely let you know about the Fishmans, because I'm looking at probably in a month or so, I will order those if I can. I know that some places, I think Anderton's stocks them at the end of January as well. Still not the EU, so I'd still need to pay customs, but I need to pay customs anyway, so we'll see. But I will definitely get in contact with you about that. For the fretboard edges, or the fret ends, I should say, because they are sharp. Sometimes, depending on how bad it is and how much they're poking out, I might use a leveling beam to do the same trick, but honestly, just a little bit of sandpaper wrapped around my finger like this will do the trick very well. And I'm just gonna go 320. At the same time, this kind of rolls that fingerboard edge a little bit. They're pretty gnarly. Wonder if I actually would have to go with a file. Well, it's getting there. It's a little better. Still just ever so slightly sharp. But there is improvement. for what it was. Man, it's weird that I've been gone from Twitch for a very long time, but it feels like I haven't missed a day getting back to this. It might be the new energy, could be, helping me get through all this now, but whatever it is, I'm digging it. It's nice to be back. And as well, where the sort of videos that I've been making of late have also been me just working. I haven't been talking on any video. So this is kind of me also getting back into the groove of things. I need to learn where to stand now. That's new. I used to have a lot more wider area to actually walk and roam free. Very sharp still. It's a shame. This guitar also has some cracks in the fretboard over here. That's not really much I can fix right now. But if this comes back to get a little bit more work done later on, that's something I will ask about. This is yet another guitar brought in by the bassist in my band. The previous guitar that I worked on and did some fret work for was an old Charvel that that one of the guitarists had lying around. I got that nicely playing. All right, there we go. These ones need a little more. There, now that we got the ends nice, I'm gonna sand down all the file marks. Not many, but seriously, it's night and day in between now the lower side of the fretboard and the top half, or the treble side of the fretboard and the bass side. A little bit of fret polishing rubbers to get those nice shiny fret ends there. I'm gonna polish them up at the end as well, a little better. Now the good thing about the fretboard detaching and gluing it back together again is all the strings are going to pull the headstock this way, so it's actually going to compress those too. As long as that fretboard doesn't delaminate, it should be fine. As if it does, then it just means that I need to take it apart and do it again, basically, which would be a bother. All right, bass side. Keep my phone close so I can see time and everything. Oh, 9 minutes to go. I should probably head over to the YouTube page to prepare in a couple of minutes. Now, one thing I really need to get back on track with is actually timing things. I should have started this stream way earlier, but I kind of expected that nobody would show, if I'm being honest. Man, these fret ends were really nasty on this side. However, I do need to make my way onto YouTube now. So let me just fix that camera there. There we are. Is this another guitar you built? Will we see? Yes, it is. It is quite a big project, honestly. This was for the band Cyan Kicks and for their music video Hurricane, which is their UMK song, which is, yes, is that one on the right. And basically the song that they are entering for a competition to figure out who will be Finland's Eurovision Song Contest representative. That's the word I was looking for. All right, so a little bit to go. Thank you very much. Yeah, this was incredible. It was one of those things where I just get a call late in the evening. Neil was asking, he's like, hey, how long does it take for you to build a guitar? Or how quickly can you build a guitar? Because we have this thing, we're entering the UMK. Would you be interested in helping us out with a unique, special custom guitar? It took me about 2 milliseconds to answer, yes, of course. I don't really understand what the logic is of how and when it starts counting things down, but yeah. There we go. 2 minutes ago. It's very weird trying to figure out how I'm gonna follow the live chats. Hey Agomar, what's up? Long time no see. Well, I mean, I've been talking to you on Instagram, but long time no see on Twitch, of course, because I haven't been doing anything on Twitch. Maybe that's a bit better. See my pasty ass face. So, 30 seconds, and then it's gonna be a 10-minute video. This on the string. Is it too loud on the string? But here we go. Cyan Kicks, Hurricane music video, guitar. Let's have a look. So yeah, a very different kind of guitar. It is, because the shape is so wide that it did not fit in the planer, so I actually have to take into account with the drum sander as well. Yeah, it's a lot of mahogany. I had to add in 2 extra strips that I had, fortunately, to actually get the entire width of the guitar. And the shape actually comes from their Fox Star logo thing that they have. Good old trusty Norman Miscock guitar building book. That is one of the most used books that I have, actually. He, unfortunately, I believe he passed away last year. Which is a great shame. Great guitar builder, great teacher of guitar. One of the things about this guitar that is very different to... Oh, sorry. One of the things about this guitar is the music better now. One of the things about this guitar is the fact that it doesn't have any round edges. The only round thing about it is the back of the neck. Everything else is a chamfer, or at an angle instead of rounded over. And that's something that I really wanted to keep a uniform factor. Lumen lace side dots, of course, come as standard on every IP guitar.
can also turn myself up if that needs to be. Maybe that's a bit better. Music down and turning myself up. So yeah, as you can see, the neck sits in pretty deep, just so I can have that sort of PRS sort of neck joint where it joins the body at pretty much the last few frets. And yeah, there's the Cyan logo that I'm gonna put the LEDs in. Test them out. There we go. And this is just something that I had lying around, and one of the things that originally was told about the song that this would be in was sort of like girl power, power within type stuff, and that immediately put like light bulb came up, and I wanted to have the light come from within, so have LEDs incorporated in coming out and shining that Cyan logo in some way. So that was my way of doing that, if that made any sense. So yeah, gloss white finish, which is something that I said that I would never do again, but for this special occasion, it made sense. That's what we did. And this spray booth is at the workshop that I currently rent time at, Vuokraverstas. I'm so happy to finally have a proper spray booth to spray in instead of my balcony. It's a lot easier, so much easier, and so much cleaner as well. Good old trusty Maston paints, because I don't have a spray gun yet, and then just polishing it up with Auto Glim. Using a Corian nut to keep with the whole monochrome theme of white. Yeah, this is the quick video, about 10 minutes, and the I have another video coming up, which is going to be half an hour, and it's going to have commentary. Oh yeah, this is fun. I had to capture Susanna's first moment with the guitar. Of course I had to. She had just seen a couple of pictures. I'd never seen it live before. And then for some behind the scenes video from the music video, they sent me this and the picture attached, and I was just freaking out. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. But the guitar was not finished. It was just for the music video at that point, but of course we want to make this actually function, so I still had to finish up the fretwork and set everything up, make it play. But there's going to be one added twist, which you have already seen in pictures. It has 67 inlaid faux crystals in it for that added bling, for when the spotlight hits it, it's going to shine all over the place. And I'm looking forward to that. This is going to be up on stage live next month, 26th of February. And this is us planning out where to place everything, or I'm just filming. I let Susanna kind of figure out where everything's going to be placed, and then I'm just retracing everything by actually measuring things out, putting them exactly where they should be symmetrically. And yeah, a lot of fun. Thank you, IMR. You're way too kind. way too kind. And then some more clear coats. I wanted a little bit more paint because the LED logo thing, I thought that it stuck out a little bit more. I wanted it to be a hidden feature. So when you won't see it when you're looking at it, but when you flick a switch, then the light comes out. That was something that I wanted to be very much a thing. And yeah,
inlaid every single one of these. It was a little bit of a pain with an already finished instrument, but we got there. And finally getting back to putting everything back together. Yes, I'm sure I don't do this as my main job. I would love to do this as my main job, but not yet. Not yet. The first sounds and my horrendous playing is just to see how it sounds. And it has a Seymour Duncan SH4JB in it, before somebody asks. JC the Trash Panda, hello, thank you, and thank you so much. And yeah, there's certificate. And here we are, with some close-ups. Now go check out the music video. Have you guys seen the music video? Should we watch the music video and get this demonetized? We can. If you haven't seen it, we can watch it. Hands up, who wants to see the music video? Music video for sure. Yeah, let's watch it. And the really fun thing is that it's like, I've been a fan of the band for a very long time, and Neela, the guitarist there, who I'm making the 7-string for, he has produced, mixed, mastered my band's music as well. We used to work together at a summer job for a while, way back, way back. And yes, the guitar will be making an appearance very soon now. I love the fact that it's like, I mean, I'm not one to pat myself on the back, but I love the fact that it fits in with the visual so well. I feel very proud of it. But yeah, I had to keep quiet about this since October, and it was announced January 12th, I believe. So, yeah. Go show Cyan Kicks your support. Go stream the song. Go watch the music video some more times, because I want these guys to win. Of course I do. I mean, why wouldn't I? All right. That was that for now. I'm gonna fix that. Sorry, I'm gonna more staring at my face. So yeah. Thank you very much. And the 7-string as well. It is gonna be. It's gonna have a transparent white on the front with the Carillion birch veneer, and then on the back, it's gonna be bright red and gloss finish as well. The black hardware, black Evertune. Where is it? Oh, sorry. Let's have a look here. I mean, look at this thing. Yeah. So there's going to be something that I'm going to be faffing about during the weekend. Going to get this, everything routed out for this during the weekend. And hopefully things go according to plan. I got all the templates and everything else for it as well, just to make things and life a lot easier. I am probably gonna go. My parents are gonna be coming by with their new puppy in about 15 minutes, so I gotta be there for that. And before that, I need to eat a little bit of something and probably remove some carpets so it doesn't piss on the carpets. But yeah, thank you very much for being here. It feels so good to be back on Twitch, and yep, you haven't seen the last of me.
Thank you, IRMR. Thank you, Dread. You too. You guys have an absolutely fantastic day. And I hope to see you very soon. Whenever I come back, best place to see about stuff is my Instagram. And I'll post on the stories more about when I'm going to be up on Twitch and posting videos and stuff like that. All that fun stuff. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I am going to go for now. And thanks, Dread. Thank you very much. Yeah. Glad this video is out there. Go watch it on YouTube. If you only watched it on stream here, go watch it on YouTube so I get those views. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go subscribe to the channel. Hit like, comment. All those things help me out so much, and I really, really appreciate every single one of those views, every single one of those likes, and every single one of those comments. So, yeah. All right, I am heading out. I've said that quite a few times now, but now I'm really going to go.